Does this change your opinion about Houston?
Of course it does, and I don't believe Jeff either. I don't think he's telling the truth there. I mean, it's just my opinion. I have no evidence that he isn't, but I don't believe him. How could the GM not know? Come on. Investigation. Give me a break. He's put together a team and has a system whereby they cheat, and I'm furious about it as a Yankees fan. They're stinking cheaters in Houston. It seems to be, if these allegations are correct, and it's one thing to steal signs. That's not really cheating. If you're stealing signs on the field of play, even if a manager notices something, that's one thing. But if at your home field, in your stadium, you are using technology that's indefensible, how can you defend against technology at the other team's home park? And using that to gain an edge, that is cheating. And if this were college, I would say they should vacate the World Series. That's how serious it is. Wow. Listen to this. Stephen A., remember that year, 2017, when our Yankees should have won the World Series, it seemed to me, but lost to the Astros? Yep. Remember, they had to learn how to win on the road? Because let's go back. 2-1 Astros in Game 1 at Houston. 2-1 Astros at Game 2 in Houston. Yankees lost 2 one-run games to a cheating team who's stealing signs. You mean to tell me that can't be the difference in a one-run game? What happened when it moved back to Yankee Stadium and the Astros didn't have their cheating advantage, if it's true they were cheating? 8-1 Yankees. They got curb stomped, the Astros. 6-4 Yankees. 5-0 Yankees. So the Yankees beat them down. They were clearly the better team till they went back to Houston and lost 2 more. That decided that series. If they were cheating, that's sign stealing, I'm comfortable saying, decided the world, at least the ALCS, and so it's ill-gotten goods. As a Yankees fan, I've heard about things through the years as fans of different teams, Stephen A., where I'm like, look, yeah, the other team, they got away with it. But there's something different about using technology against which you cannot defend at your home park, which is a different level of cheating, and I'm furious.
Well, unless you can tell me that there was cheating that was going on when Aroldis Chapman decided to get cute in this past ALCS and throw 87-mile-per-hour cute sliders to Jose Altuve. You could talk about the anger. I would have been furious in 2017, but in 2019, approaching 2020, Altuve's home run to win the ALCS resonates more in my mind than what happened in 2017. Having said all of that, I'm in Houston, Texas right now getting ready to do my show, and then after that, watch the Clippers go up against the Houston Rockets. And I sincerely hope that Houston Astros officials are smart enough not to show their face in the arena at the Toyota Center tonight, or any place else in Houston for that matter, because this organization is rapidly becoming a national embarrassment. Recognized for the level of talent that they obviously have, considered to be an incredibly elite team who most people believe should have found a way to win this World Series. Maybe if you get Garrett Cole out of the bullpen, Mr. A.J. Hinch, instead of leaving your ace in the damn bullpen for a Game 7, like you had a better option. The bottom line is, when you look at the Houston Astros, let's count the ways. You now have this cheating situation. Prior to learning about this, we saw that they brought Roberto Osuna onto their roster. He was an individual that was accused of physically abusing the mother of his 3-year-old son or 3-year-old child. I don't recall whether it was a girl or a boy. But the bottom line is that was the mother of your child, and you physically abused her to the point where you were serving a 75-game suspension before the Houston Astros decided to bring you on board. Then, during the postseason, when Osuna came in and saved the day in the ALDS, you are celebrating in the locker room. Your assistant GM, Mr. Taubman, he is celebrating in the locker room and screaming at female reporters, thank God we have Osuna. Thank effing, all of this. We have Osuna, using expletives and all of that other stuff. So you had all of this negative attention that was brought to you to the point where he ultimately got relieved of his duties. And now we're learning about this. Clearly, the Houston Astros appear to be a franchise devoid of principles, devoid of decency to some degree. They don't mind having abusers on their roster. They don't mind cheating, stealing signals, using technology to do it if the reports are indeed true, which we don't know. For you to be a Major League Baseball franchise, and we know America's national pastime is associated with such etiquette, no matter how much of a joke people may think that is, they try to pride themselves of being so keenly associated with etiquette to the point that you got a Hall of Famer in Pete Rose that should have been in the Hall of Fame that you've kept out all of these years because he gambled as a manager but not as a player, all of this other stuff. But somehow, some way, you allow all of these things to happen for your franchise. These are the Houston Astros that we're talking about here. And when we think about them having an abuser on their squad, and now we think about them cheating. Congratulations.
Max, based on what Stephen A. just said, does Houston have a culture problem?
100%. And I got to say something about Luno. He's done a lot of very good work with the Astros. I mean, he's assembled as an executive, arguably. I mean this, arguably, when you look at that entire roster, you can argue that the last several years has seen the best roster ever assembled. It is on a short list. You know, the Big Red Machine had the kind of position players, but not the pitching. You know, you have to go back to a couple Yankees teams. Here and there, you can find a few teams throughout history as crazy talented, top to bottom, as excellent, as great as this Astros squad, and yet they still cheated. So it seems to me that the culture, Stephen A., is data-driven, right? That's what he brought to the franchise, a data-driven approach that has worked very well. But the data-driven approach has been divorced from ethics. So it's all data-driven, including, hey, can we get some more data by cheating? Let's do that. And given everything else you said, yes, clearly there is an absence of ethics, or at least a willingness to cross ethical lines that is beyond the pale for this Astros franchise. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.